To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and you're listening to a podcast that believes in dreams, that places trust in the magic of imagination, that is always the first star to the right, and where the light in the window is always on. Join as we discuss the views from Walt's apartment.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Walt's Apartment live on a Wednesday night. It is 1 week before Christmas, a week and a half-ish so there, but we're here, we're live. We're going to talk some Disney from our friends at the DisInsider.com. I'm joined by my co-host, Brianna. How are you tonight?
Hey, doing good.
Good. It's like we haven't seen each other in that long. It's so good to see you.
I know.
Right? It's been 10 minutes. So.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Right. Good to see you. Things are going well. Spring, winter break is good.
Winter break's great.
Perfect. Sam, how are you?
I am fantastic because Brianna and I just figured out how to make ears work with our headphones. So life makes sense now.
Well, we basically could just stop the show now because we've accomplished something and
Yep.
right. So we're good. But
well, that would be rude to our guest.
It would be rude to our guest. Speaking of our guest, he's back again, the one, the only Joey from Disney Universe Podcast. How you doing, my friend?
Good. Thanks for inviting me. How you guys doing?
Good, man. How are you? We are good. We are just trucking along. How are things down in Central California?
Oh, good. Just getting ready for Christmas. Work's been busy. Little stormy, but nothing like around where you guys are at. But
right.
I hear Joey is here to call me out.
Yeah, let's just get this out of the way right now. I asked Joey the other day. I said, Joey, you want to be on? And he says, yeah, we should. I need to come on and talk to Sam about her hatred for Star Wars. So let's just get it out of the way right now. So.
No, it was funny because the real story is like literally right when you text me, I was working and I just listened to that episode, so I thought it was kind of funny timing. So I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna
You're
scrap
like, yeah,
here.
I want to fight with Sam.
Yeah, but like, you know what? I mean, people hate
I
on Star Wars.
don't
It's okay. I mean,
I don't hate
you get crap
Star
for Namor
Wars.
all the time. So
I
mean,
do.
it's okay for
I
you
don't hate Star Wars. I enjoy Star Wars, and I do enjoy Star Wars content, but I just have a preference for Marvel. So.
Yeah. So it was all in fun.
I'm just teasing.
So we have some people on already. Danny says, "Hey, howdy, hey." Bill says, "Not first."
If
Bill
you ain't
says,
first, you're last.
That's right. Bill says, "Who are some of those people in the opening video?" well,
They're the rest of our
Those
co-hosts,
are the rest of our co-hosts who make it on when they can. So
and we love them.
We love all of them, and we know people have busy lives, CEOing and getting promoted and stuff like that, and doing tattoos. But hey, we always having the people do a show. We're excited about having a show tonight. Mary says, "I'm late. Sorry." It's all good, Mary. It's good to see you here.
As Mary usually says, sharing is caring.
Yes.
The Facebook algorithm has been very, very weird lately. So if you don't mind sharing, we would love you for it. Please.
Chris says, "Happy Spider-Man week." Yes.
Oh,
yes. So we can get into this now. Who's got their Spider-Man tickets?
I do not yet.
Yes.
When are you going, Joey?
Tomorrow evening.
Yep. I'm going tomorrow night, 8:40. Me and my son Zach are going. So
yeah, the
I
theater
cannot process this week.
and you're going over the weekend, right, Sam? Possibly or next week?
Hopefully this weekend. I knew I had to get through this last week of kindergarten before break, before I could possibly even go see it. What were you saying, Joey? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying the theater I normally go to sold out like instantly. Then my buddy, co-host Alex, he actually texted like, "Hey, they just opened up another screening, so we're going,
Nice.
tomorrow evening." So super jacked for that one.
I've heard nothing but good things about it. We're going to talk about it a little bit in our news, but nothing
Only
but good
good
things about
reviews.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brianna, when are you going?
I'm going Saturday. I'm going with my cousin who's in high school, so she has finals this week, so we have to go on a weekend. But yeah, like to like compare this, like, and I know Endgame was and West Virginia is behind the times, but I lived in West Virginia when Endgame came out, and I bought my Endgame tickets at the box office the few minutes before the first showing started on the very first night before the very first showing, and there were seats left. There are no seats left.
That shows how
They are
strong the
gone.
MCU fan base is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
West Virginia has already sold out. There was no selling out. I mean, they sold out on Endgame, but they didn't sell out till the night of.
Well, I'm in row 2. And if anyone goes to Cinemark, you know what row 2 is. It's the one where, luckily, this do lay back because I'll be looking straight up at the screen. But that's all I could get for me and Zach could make it at the same time. It's also the same place we sat when I sat and watched Endgame with Chris, so that's pretty cool. And still looking up. Does suck. It does suck.
You'll be okay.
Though. It'll be okay. It'll be fun.
Be worth
and
it.
like I said, I've heard nothing but good things about that movie. But
I've stayed off the
Danny
internet.
says he's got tickets too.
Danny will be there. And so let's talk about our shows real quick and get them out. And how should I get them out of the way? That was kind of weird. Like we're just going to push them aside. Our first show is Force Friday, which is our Star Wars based show, which features Amber and Jade, who do an amazing job with that show when they do it. And we respect them. And I know there's a lot of Star Wars stuff coming. And Amber messaged us last night in our group and said that she will be back after the holidays. She's just moving and doing stuff, and things are just, everyone has stuff going on right now, and it is the holidays. So I'll take anyone. It's good. But check out Force Friday when it comes out. We're hoping to get some more of that coming from them when it gets going. And then Brianna, tell us about Marvel Tribe.
Yeah, so Marvel Tribe is what we call it, the fastest growing Marvel podcast out there. That gives you everything about Marvel. And we've decided that we are so fast at growing that we are definitely the top Marvel podcast out there now. So
we're the self-appointed best Marvel podcast
right.
out there.
Right. That is
you
all
cannot tell that a
us.
Leo just gave them this speech beforehand.
This is all facts based on us. There is no bias whatsoever.
Right.
And the best tribe too.
There you go.
Yes.
But yes, you will get all the facts about Marvel from all of the TV shows, movies, comics, everything.
Absolutely. And then, Sam, tell us about the quickest growing Disney Parks podcast in the universe.
Wow.
Oh, do you mean the Extra Magic Hour?
I thought you still were going to say something else. I thought you were just going to say some other podcast.
I'm not that big of a jerk. We did just record an episode of Extra Magic Hour, and it was great. So Extra Magic Hour, we give you the Disney Parks news. We give you some Disney Parks Did You Know facts, and I do an Imagineering feature.
Yep.
So I was very, very inspirational in this week's Imagineering feature. So listen to that episode when it comes out.
Absolutely.
And if you shed a tear, let me know.
Okay. Yeah. Please let us know.
I'm very dramatic tonight.
Joey, tell us about Disney Universe podcast, buddy. That's your show. And you have other shows attached to that now. Correct?
Yeah. So Disney Universe, we just crossed our 100th episode.
Congratulations.
Couple shows ago. Thanks. We celebrated our 5-year and our 100 pretty close to each other. Because when we started, it was just a monthly show. Then after a year, then turned into bi-weekly. Then so once we hit 100, I call it the pardon our pixie dust phase right now because we're trying new things. Just keep fun and relevant. But we added my friend Alex as one of their co-hosts. And he's a big good Disney fan and knowledgeable. So he's going to be doing some what we're calling Alex's book report, where he'll be either talking about some kind of history. On our recent episode, he just talked about the history of the Candlelight Processional, and we'll do like attractions, movies, Imagineers also. So thank you. So that's kind of my main show. Then we split off or spin off a Tiki Cast, talk about not just Disney Tiki community, but just the Tiki community in general.
Okay.
But a lot of the people that I've become friends with are from Southern California, so they grew up with Tiki Room and
Right.
all that stuff. So that's a spinoff. So
Trader Sam's.
yes,
Trader Vic.
And you have your own? Don't you have another show? Your own show? Don't you have a beer one, or is that just?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's actually with my friend Alex.
Okay.
We do the Fresh Hops podcast. So
Nice.
I feel like Alex and I need to be friends.
yeah, Alex
We have
is a
the
great
same
guy.
interests.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
And we even on one of our episodes in October when we went down for Oogie Boogie Bash, we did the happiest brews on earth, the breweries around Anaheim and Orange County. So that was a very fun trip.
What'd you think of Oogie Boogie Bash?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I haven't done it in 10 years since it was last at regular the Disneyland park. So I had a lot of fun there. And then Ryan recently came back from the Merriest Nights and it sounded like Oogie Boogie Bash was a little bit worth more the ticket price than.
Yeah. The Merriest Nights looked pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It had some, I mean, DJ Buzz, I thought looked pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. That looked cool. Brianna, you
Yeah.
also did Oogie Boogie, right? Yeah, you did.
I did Oogie Boogie. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
That's cool. So we will move on. We'll we do, like I said, we talk like we said last week, got some stuff coming up on the show in January. We're going to have Walt's Chili Bowl YouTube channel will be on. David Vaughn, who's a TikToker, will be on. We're going to have him on. We were going to have Jeremy Goff on tonight, but some stuff came up to where he couldn't make it on. So we'll get back with him again. He wished us all a Merry Christmas, and he'll be back soon. So so good luck to you, Jeremy, and thank you for reaching out. And yeah, so next week will be our last episode of the year, and we're just kind of we'll do some regular stuff, but then we're also going to talk about we'll want everyone to come with a couple of their favorite things that happened this year. I'm going to mention all the guests we had. We had a lot of guests this year, and a lot of cool things happened. And then for the final week of the year between Christmas and New Year's, Sam is going to put together a best of from the beginning of this year on, and just kind of put together some snippets and some different things, maybe a couple songs from Pablo and Jeremy in there, and just kind of.
Oh no, it's going to be all me. Best of. Just kidding.
So Sam's going to do her best of show just on her. It's going to be a couple of
No,
Disology shows. Will just be on there.
The Sam Spectacular.
The Sam Spectacular. There
All
you go.
Namor conversations.
Every time Sam said Namor this year, it's just going to be Namor. It's just
Namor.
it's
Namor.
just going to be
Namor.
that. So it was a great year. It was a fun year, and we're going to get into some stuff. We record this show on Wednesday nights. Today is actually December 15th. So before we got into the news, I wanted to talk a little bit about Walt Disney, because today is the 55th anniversary of the day that Walt Disney passed away. So, I mean, without Walt Disney being, we kind of dove into it on the Extra Magic Hour a little bit too, but without Walt Disney, we wouldn't be doing this show. There'd be no Disneyland. There'd be there would be, I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of emotional to think about it. You know what I mean? Because I have a tattoo of the guy on my arm and admire him so much for just his drive. And like we were talking on Extra Magic Hour about someone that has so much drive and determination that, Epcot did not become what Walt wanted, but Sam made the comment on that if Walt was still alive, Epcot would have been the way he wanted it somehow. No one knows how it could have been, because it sounds like the freaking craziest idea in the world. And it still is at this point, the craziest idea in the world, 55 years later. But, so what are you guys' thoughts on Walt? And I'm going to ask you guys a question, and then, before we
So
move
the
on.
Imagineering feature that I talked about in Extra Magic Hour tonight, that will come out later this week, was about inspiration. And that was something that Walt was just entirely full of. And he was able to fill other people with inspiration. So I was giving the point of, you need to look to the people that inspire you to help you find inspiration for yourself and motivation for yourself, because if they could do it, so can you. Walt was that person for a lot of people. And he had an abundance of ideas, and he may not have had the talent to do everything he wanted to do, but he had the know-withal to bring the people who did have the talent to him and to inspire them to create his vision. And like I said, yeah, I do think that Walt wouldn't have stopped until he had Epcot exactly the way he wanted it. And things would have been ever changing like he wanted them to. So
yeah.
He was definitely a treasure. And when I think to people who have inspired me to be my best, Walt's definitely top of the list.
For sure. Real quick, we were talking on Extra Magic Hour a little bit ago about Bill and Barry's show last week, your B&B podcast every Thursday night at 8 p.m. on Facebook. And put that comment back up. That's what I was going to go to. They were talking about in their history that on December 15th, Walt passed away, and Chris Alardi, host of Marvel Tribe every now and then as well, puts on there December 16th, 1966, Roy stepped up. That's what he put on. So I just, yeah, Roy, then Chris says right now, Roy made it all possible to continue on. Long live Roy.
But who inspired Roy?
There you go. They inspired each other.
Who had that board up in their hospital room?
They inspired each other.
They did. They did. Roy deserves so much credit too.
For sure. We joke about it all the time, but yeah, I don't think anything would have happened without the other.
They were yin and yang.
So a couple of things I want to go through. 7 things you may or may not know about
Wait
Walt
a
Disney.
second. Hang on.
Sorry,
before you do
what
that.
happened?
Bill's comment just came up. There was a plan to turn Celebration Florida into Walt's vision for Epcot, but plans fell through. We talked about that on Extra Magic Hour, so go listen to it.
Yeah.
We talked about we started talking about it when we were talking about the fire at the Magic Kingdom yesterday, and how they have their own fire station with Reedy Creek, but we talked about that in Extra Magic Hour, so go check it out.
Yep. Money, cash inspired Roy from. I want to just go through a couple of things. Seven things you may or not know about Walt Disney real quick. He came from humble beginnings. His family came from Chicago, moved across the country to open up his own studio. He was the voice of Mickey Mouse. If anyone didn't know that, he was the first original voice of Mickey Mouse. I'm reading these off the History Channel real quick as we go here. Disney produced propaganda films for the U.S. government during World War II. These are all things kind of everyone knows, but I'm just throwing out. We're talking about Walt a little bit, so we're gonna do this, and bear with me. He loved trains. Obviously, every park revolves around the train. The initial plans for Disneyland were on a much smaller scale than they actually were. They were actually wanted to be in Griffith Park, right across the street from the Burbank Studios, which was about 15-20 acres.
Imagine the crowds.
It's right there by the LA Zoo too. It would have been so
well, that's where he got his original. He used to go there and watch the kids on the merry-go-round or whatever it was, and that's where. Don't they still have his bench there?
His bench is at Disneyland.
No. Okay, so the bench from Griffith, yeah. So the bench that he sat on and watched his kids play in the merry-go-round. That's what inspired him. Daddy-daughter
day inspired Disneyland. So, and then what else was there? There was Walt Disney has won more Academy Awards than anyone else. He's won 22 individual Oscars and has 59 nominations himself. So I mean that's pretty badass. So
yeah,
he was awesome. So
I love that producer credit.
Yeah, Joey, let me ask you this. I'm going to ask all of this. I'm going to ask you first, Joey, because you're our guest. You can say one thing to Walt Disney, just one thing. He's alive. You're looking at him. You're talking to him. What would you say? That's what I would do.
I'm sure this is a lot of people's. I've ever heard this answer, but thank you. I mean, that's probably the number one answer. I would think.
That's my answer. So it's the same thing. So it's just Sam. How about you?
I would just I don't think I could ever let the interview end. I would be obsessed with the conversation.
Yeah, one question.
And I would want to know how his brain works. One question.
Or one comment, one statement.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah. That's why thank you. I think
can I live in your head?
Wow. Okay. That's a bold statement.
Do you like Genie Plus?
What do you think of Bob Chapek?
I wouldn't waste it. No, stop. We're not going back to that conversation. We got in trouble last week.
How we get in trouble?
Well, you said some people were unhappy with you.
they didn't like my comments because everyone thinks that you're going to get me going again if we start talking about it.
Okay,
again,
let's go.
because-
Brianna, what would you ask Walt or say to Walt?
I do think the true thing is that I would actually just freeze up and not actually say anything. But if
I'd
it
legit
was
cry.
if it was today, I want to know, did we meet his expectations with all these parks internationally? Did he ever dream that something would grow into multiple parks internationally? Did we think did he want something more from something like these out there? And what would
Chris
that have been?
Chris Alardi would ask, did Roy do it better?
No. Here's what Chris said. Chris said no. Chris said Danny said I'd ask him what he meant when he said Kurt Russell.
We talked about that.
We talked about that on
Extra Magic Hour
as
too.
well too. Yeah, that's the last. Supposedly, rumor is that's the last thing he said was Kurt Russell. His last words were Kurt Russell, and then Chris said, "Mr. God, Mr. Disney, do you have a light?"
I
Yeah,
mean,
Chris.
fair.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, that chili is pretty good, huh?
Yeah, Bill says, "Hey, yeah." God, I love those guys.
bunch of goobers.
But yeah, did you know he checked in when he checked in the hospital? It was under an assumed name, so no one would know that he was there.
Yeah,
because he had I was reading.
He was
up on
very
some-
secretive about his illness.
Yeah,
It happens a lot. I was gonna say I helped work at the VIP floor at the Cleveland Clinic, and that was very interesting. It looked like a hotel, and there were
So LeBron
multiple
was there?
rooms to some
Was
of their.
LeBron
Not when I
So,
was there.
I have a question. If I just pretend I'm a VIP and use a fake name, will they still bill me for my hospital stay?
Probably.
Well, then
know.
that doesn't do anything. No, I'm a VIP. I'm on Walt's Apartment Podcast.
there you go.
Yeah, but you
Let's
could
go.
get a room that has another room attached to it. There was sitting rooms attached to your hospital bedroom.
Okay, so a room for me and then a room for Brianna to come be my personal nurse.
That's fair.
I'll go back to that unit.
Then the random guy next to the window. They always got the other guy in the bed.
He could be my biggest fan and hold up a sign that says "Go Sam."
There you go. So let's get into
I'm
some
just
news.
living out my life.
The number 7 on the things you may not know, Walt was not cryogenically frozen, just so we're all clear on that, okay? That was also a myth that was on Disology as well. So
We did. We myth
Yeah.
busted Walt on
yeah,
Disology.
he's in Forest Lawn in is it Burbank or Glendale. It's one of those two. And
He's buried.
Yeah, I remember it says, have you guys been to the museum in San Francisco? Or
The Family Museum.
Yeah.
I want to go there so bad.
yeah, if you
I
ever
have
do,
a friend who is
it's great. But
who works there.
yeah, it's that last scene is pretty touching.
When Chris checks into the hotel for his rash, he goes under the name of Sean Williams.
That makes sense. It's a good thing to do, Chris. Thank you, buddy. God,
At least you're notorious for something.
there you go. Rashes, cool. That's awesome. Okay, let's move on to our news from our friends at DisInsider.com. Make sure you check out Derek and Skylar's Dis Insider show, the Disney catalog. Danny says, I love the Disney Museum. So many awesome exhibits and artifacts. I really, really want to go there. So if anybody wants to help me make that happen, let me know. Because I really want to go.
Let's talk after.
I really want
Yeah.
to go there. Yeah.
I'll meet you guys there.
Don't you live down there, Joey?
2 hours away, give or take.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm 5 hours away. So
5
Wow.
hours. That's
let's make that happen.
Yeah.
We can do that.
You can see the Yoda statue at Lucasfilm too.
Oh, there we go. Let's do
Right
it.
around the corner.
I'm in.
You can see the parking lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
let's talk about some news. We kind of talked about a little bit. First reactions for Spider-Man No Way Home hit social media. Anything I've seen on this is so good. I'm just going to read a couple of these and we'll. Spider-Man No Way Home is a lot of movie. It's massive, and I'm happy to report it's everything you're expecting, hoping for. The plot devices to the set stage are a bit silly, but that doesn't matter really, given the sheer spectacle. Easily one of the greatest MCU films. It's a bold
We can
statement.
see that even from the trailers, though.
Yeah, just the trailers are better than anything I think we've seen. It's just maybe within comparison to Endgame, but Spider-Man No Way Home feels like a movie version of a big comic book event miniseries, a la Batman Hush. It was more emotional than I was expecting. Justifies the ending, and I didn't like Far From Home, and it sends the franchise in an exciting direction.
Yes. because
Sam-
it's bringing everything into the MCU.
Sam excited
and,
about
like,
Spider-Man? That's so.
I know, right? I can't, like, I am very excited because I know that the Disney Plus shows are like all feeding into it and it's going to be this big, beautiful spectacle. But I'm not allowing myself to focus on it until I'm on winter break because kindergarten comes first. But I am incredibly excited.
It says here, I can't believe Spider-Man No Way Home exists. Nostalgic, funny, emotional. One of my favorites of the year. For every time we played as our action figures and made up stories as kids, for every fun superhero hypothetical we presented to our friends, this movie is for us. And it just goes on and on and on with just such. I've not heard anything bad about this. So
basically, it's nerd fuel.
But from what I hear, it's going to take
Leveled
things
up.
in so many different ways too. It's going to take you all over the place. So, which I can't.
Which is nerd fuel for the Marvel Tribe.
There you go. Yeah, which we'll talk about it beginning of next year on the Marvel Tribe. That's right.
Marvel Tribe.
Joey, you excited for this movie?
Yeah.
You're more Star Wars, right? Than you are.
No, I love Marvel too. I love it all. I was big fans of Star Wars and Marvel before the Disney.
Which one do you love more?
Star Wars.
Man, it wasn't didn't even think about it.
Disney, then Star Wars, but those are pretty close.
Yeah.
But because I got into Marvel early high schools when the X-Men cartoon came out. And of course, I knew Spider-Man, Captain America from comics and stuff, but I really got into Marvel with the X-Men '97, which that's why I'm excited for the D23 version or Disney Plus, version of that. But I'm big fan of all the Marvel movies, even outside the MCU, except for the Fantastic Four. But but
who's your favorite character?
So that's kind of rude because that's where Namor got introduced was the Fantastic Four, right?
Well, I was talking about the movies. Was he in the movie?
Who's your favorite Marvel character?
The comics.
Wolverine.
Oh, okay.
I've always been a Wolverine, and that was from the
X-Men.
The cartoon. Plus, Wolverine was always before Hugh Jackman, he was always the 5'7" stocky character, and I've always been kind of short and stocky. So I'm like, hey, that guy's for me. Then Hugh Jackman.
So you're a mutant fan.
For the most part, but I got it
I just want to hear you say Namor you're a fan of Namor because he's a mutant.
Oh well, I
whatever.
He's okay.
Okay, Joey. So my question is, when we start getting more into X-Men stuff,
I'm really excited for this movie.
When we start getting into more X-Men stuff on the Tribe, when we do start getting into more X-Men stuff on the Tribe, you need to join us. You need to come talk X-Men with us on the Marvel Tribe.
Awesome, we'll do.
All right. I was like dramatic. I'm like, all right, cool.
he's like, I don't know if I can handle that much more.
So, who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Oh, of course. You can't have just one. So I'm gonna be. I'm one of those nerds, as you could tell. The Falcon I consider a character, and I love the Falcon. So, but for Obi-Wan,
good answer.
Obi-Wan's a big, yeah. Obi-Wan's probably my favorite, but then Han Solo's my favorite. Then Boba Fett's I can't answer that.
There you go. Okay, that's fair. I get it. So
mine is Daddy Ren.
Yeah, I got a couple friends that are little upset.
Yeah. How about you, Brianna? Who's your favorite Star Wars character? Let's just go around the horn here.
R2D2. Honestly,
I really love the droids too.
Who's your favorite Marvel character besides? Show us on your shirt there. Is that he's your favorite Marvel character?
No, Bucky's her favorite. Bucky's her second favorite.
I can't get my backpack, but I do have a Bucky candle.
Wait, you had a different candle the other night.
What does it smell like? Wait, what does it smell like?
This one smells like teak wood, cloves, allspice, and Winter Soldier.
Oh, he smells delicious.
What does Winter Soldier smell like?
Yeah.
Amazing, probably.
I know. And then,
you smell like Wakanda with a new arm.
Have a Loki.
But you had another one the other night. You had another.
I
have a third one. Below.
Okay, where did these candles come from? Because I want to sniff them.
These come from Wicks by Pearl, and then I have Sylvie, and I have Elena. Yes.
What the heck does Sylvie smell like?
Let's get her on.
Sylvie smells like black violet, saffron, leather. Loki is
She probably
priest,
does smell like leather.
priest, Jupiter, leather. Oh, and then I have Walter's office. This is by Magic Candle
Wow.
Company.
I have an air freshener for a car, and it's like cigars,
Oh.
right? Isn't that one cigars?
Jungle. This is cigars, yeah.
Yeah.
This
that
is
smells so
Jungle
good.
Boat.
Smells like Tam O'Shanter.
And I have Yelena Belova up there. I think that's it.
Okay, so basically, Brianna, we need you to reach out to the person who made those candles and have her come on the show.
Yes.
You
I
can
wanna
do
have
that.
her on. Yeah, let's do it. If you want,
I think I
will.
bought them
Let's
from
go.
the Walt's apartment TikTok.
Excuse
so-
me, but you have another phone call you need to make. I'm still waiting on you to make.
Yeah, I'm working on that one. That's going to take some. Yeah.
Some liquid courage. I'll send you some.
Okay. Bill says Falcon and the Obi-Wan coming to Disney Plus soon.
Crossover.
Chris said it smells like his dead arm. So I guess we're talking about.
Wow.
Okay.
Who's this? Multi-department. That's us. Says Bill Garrity. What about Obi-Wan division? That's got to be Amber or David. Is that one of us?
Amber or
Is that-
David?
Was that me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Depends on the week for Sylvie. Mary says these are fancy, and Danny says, "Bill, don't forget about Obi-Wan division."
I'd sign up for that one. That'd be
No
good too.
doubt. Let's go.
Is Danny a moderator on the page? Because I just saw
I don't-
Obi-Wan Division twice.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was.
Yeah.
He might be. I think he is actually. Yeah.
He is in the group. So I didn't know if he was on the page.
Yes, he is.
Okay,
Okay, moving on. Who's got the next story?
I do.
Perfect. Let's go.
We know that Wakanda Forever had to halt their filming for a while because Letitia Wright got an injury
Right.
performing a stunt. And there were some rumors that came out that said she needed to be removed from the MCU. And they're saying that is not the case. They are going to begin filming again in January of 2022. Kevin Feige has said they've recorded everything that they can without her. And now, she's ready to begin filming again. They did talk about Tenoch Huerta and how he's likely to be Namor, and they have someone else who's cast as Madame Slay. Madame Slay's storyline is actually really interesting because I initially thought that Namor was going to pull him from the water and, find some way to resurrect him. But Madame Slay actually is Killmonger's lover in the comics, and she pulls him out of the water and she uses plants to kind of preserve his body. And then the 10 rings in the Mandarin actually revive him. So I'm curious to see how they're going to play out the Wakanda Forever storyline. Lots of opportunities.
Bill says they say she will not get vaccinated. Disney has required it, so that will be fun. That will be a fun stand-up.
Well, Kevin Feige says they are beginning filming again in January 2022, and she will be there.
I also did see on the Disney Insider that they said that Michael B. Jordan.
Michael
Is that
B.
his name?
Michael B. Jordan, yeah,
Yeah.
Killmonger.
Will be Killmonger. Still a rumor, but I mean, I think it's kind of like the one of the best known rumors.
I have no doubt that Killmonger is coming back to us because I've been saying that for the longest time. You're not dead in the MCU
Mhm.
ever, unless
So
you're Tony
David's-
Stark.
so
He
David's
is one
not
of
here,
the
and
most popular villains too. So
Oh yeah.
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 David's not here tonight. We discussed this a few times. Joey, who do you think is going to be the new Black Panther?
I would like an unknown. Oh, you mean in general, or
Who's going to take over the mantle?
Well, I would assume Sherry would. Kind of going with the books, but I just recently saw an article on another site that even Chadwick Boseman's brother said Chadwick would want his character recast. So I would like to see more T'Challa, but
Right.
it's hard to tell.
don't-
But I mean,
Didn't they already
I would
say that
assume.
was going to happen?
I
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
think they said that they wouldn't,
Yeah.
but they also lead us down different alleys all the time in the MCU.
Yeah,
Kevin Feige likes to throw us
Mhm.
for twists and turns.
Yep.
I do think that we're going to see Killmonger come back and try for that mantle, though. I have no doubt
Yeah,
about
definitely.
I read an article and it said M'Baku.
that. M'Baku, that
That
would
would be-
annoy the hell out of
He
me.
was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
see,
him.
that would
I
annoy
love
me.
him.
That would annoy me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that would annoy me.
Why would it?
I
annoy
mean,
you?
he's like he's very loyal and like he's a strong character, but I think I'd rather see Killmonger
Yeah.
because I don't know. I don't know. Killmonger, like I understand his struggles and the things that he went through, and he
Yeah.
kind of does have like an air of entitlement
And
to
you
it.
didn't see him die.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and even if it's a multiverse Killmonger, that's not
Oh,
as evil
shit, that's
and
true,
and
too.
mean.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Brianna, what do you think?
Maybe. I feel like it's just going to be Shuri, which I'm okay with. I would like to see it to be Killmonger, but I think especially after we got What If and we still see that Killmonger in other universes is the same Killmonger.
Yeah.
I can't fully see him taking the mantle, so I feel like it's going to be Shuri.
Yeah, and Shuri does in the comics too, but it's just
Yeah.
I would hate to see her thrown into that role already
Mm.
because her character still needs some development. And yeah, they can do that, but I don't think they were ready. I don't think they were ready.
Right.
to
And
do
it
that
was
with her
like none of
character
this
yet.
was like the perfect solution. This wasn't
Right.
what was initially planned, but I think
Yeah.
that's what their best and almost kind of, quote unquote simplest solution is. Like it's the character, a beloved character, T'Challa's
Yeah.
family, close to the throne, close to the mantle. So I feel like that's the, again, quote unquote easiest
That
solution.
makes the most sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be Namor. He wants to destroy
be.
all of human life.
Right.
So.
That's-
I actually think Okoye would be a great Black Panther,
oh,
That would be cool.
and that'd be a little, something a little new and different. And
Yeah.
I think she's a badass too. So I mean,
Mhm.
I think she'd be great if they were to go that way, even before Shuri, or kind of her passing it to Shuri when she gets a little older, or I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
what if it was
But I just like
Bucky?
I like Okoye a lot.
Brianna. Could
It's
be
not
Bucky.
going to be Bucky.
Yeah. Darn.
I don't even think.
It's probably not a good choice, but
The White Wolf.
All right.
He's grown. He's
Yeah.
grown.
Yeah. So last story, Brianna, you got that one?
yes. So
Did it
Disney
work for you?
Plus
Because I
is-
couldn't open it.
Yes, it did.
Okay, good.
This
I was worried
is
about that.
Disney Plus is getting a Goonies-esque show. This is not a reboot. It is not a remake. This is from what I've understood, this is a show that I was actually pitched to Fox in the past, and Fox decided that the audience for this show would be too young for their channel. So it has now looked like Disney Plus has picked it up. They've got a wide range of ages for the audience and definitely catered to a young audience. This looks like, of what I am gathering from the small description we have, it talks about a teacher who is reenacting what happened to the Goonies for their students. So I am imagining a Magic School Bus with Miss Frizzle talking about the Goonies.
Bring it.
This is when I was reading this article, I was like, Miss Frizzle talking about the Goonies. This is what this show is. If it's not that, I am sorry, guys. But so yeah, it looks
I can
like
make that
the
happen if
production
it's not.
the production company from the original director of the Goonies is going to be a part of making this show, but there is no other casting or people involved yet. It is very early on, so we'll get to see this show be built basically and see what it comes to.
I wonder if it'll take place up in Astoria, because I know that
Like
people
filming?
filming. Because from what I've heard,
Yeah.
the people that own that house want nothing to do with anyone that, because I
Uh.
live up here, and people
Mhm.
have said that you can't get by that house. People like try to do vlogs and stuff and go there, and the people are like, no, stay away from, get off our property. And
Oh, God.
Yeah. Good luck with that. And yeah, I hope Chunk's in it somehow. That'd be great. That's I just want Chunk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Goonies. So
Yeah,
funny
me too.
story. A funny story, and I'm gonna go a little bit different way here. My my wife's uncle passed away on Sunday, and he was a prop master, and he worked on the Goonies movie. So the scene when I can't remember the villain's name right now, stand at the wishing well.
Oh, Troy.
The quarter that comes up out of the well, Uncle Jerry flipped that up to him, and they did that like 10 times. So just real quick, rest in peace to Uncle Jerry. But that made me think about when I saw the Goonies. That's why I said we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that tonight. So yeah, that's our news. Anyone else have anything issues or issues or whatever? I don't know what to say.
I love the Goonies.
Thoughts on the Goonies? There we go.
I'm kind of bummed because I actually always wanted them to do a sequel, but like not really a sequel. So I actually did a little. I never did fan fiction, but actually put a little pen and paper on this one, where Mikey's grown and he's running the museum that his dad worked at, or I think he worked at a museum. I can't remember. And so basically, so it would be like the beginning, and he's there and he's talking to the kids, but it'd be more of the story of One-Eyed Willie.
That'd be cool.
So it'd be pirate, more of a pirate movie than a Goonie movie, but you see what inspires, all the Goonies and stuff. And
it has Thanos in it. So, I mean, that's good.
Yeah, of course.
So, I mean,
yes.
So, I mean,
and sweatpants under his shorts. So.
There you go. He just looks like Brad or Bran, but it's purple, like Thanos. It would be just, and his age now. So it's just,
oh my gosh, that Thanos just reminded me that I had a conversation with my 5-year-olds at school today about She-Hulk and Gamora not being the same person. That conversation green. I had. Yes, exactly.
Your class
they
is
were
cool.
My kids are the coolest. My kids are the coolest. So we were sitting at the table, and one of them brought up Thanos, and so we were talking, and they're like, "Oh, well, Miss Muldecki, maybe you could be like She-Hulk or the girl Hulk." And I was like, She-Hulk? And then the other kid's like, well, isn't that Gamora? And I was like, no, they're both green, but they're not the same. And they're like, well, Gamora's like Thanos' daughter. And I was like, I love you guys so much.
She pops in the Marvel Tribe episode. Here, listen to this.
Yeah.
So Bill says Donner worked on a script for a reboot before he passed away. Bill, I love your picture, by the way. Your
I know, isn't it beautiful?
It is. You're
a beautiful person, Bill.
On Facebook. I love it. So, and then Danny says Rocky Road. Yeah.
My brother used to always be like, hey, you guys.
Freaking out of a sloth. Was a football player. Was it John Matuzak, right? He was a football player, correct?
Hey, you guys.
Played for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Katie says hi. Hi, Katie. Welcome.
Hi, Katie.
Hi.
So what do we got next on the docket here? Let's look down.
We're playing a game, aren't we?
We have a game, but you want to do real quick? We have a 30-second trailer for
the Book of Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett that just came out. You guys want to watch that real quick? Talk amongst yourself for a quick second.
I mean, I guess we could talk about Star Wars. We could talk about Marvel instead.
My Boba Fett tiki mug.
There you go. That's awesome.
I love that. Where did you get that?
This is a Geeky Tiki's collaboration with the artist Shag. He does.
I have quite a few Shag pieces hanging up in my office right now. We'll have to talk after.
Let's go bigger here. There we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
If I did it right. Can you hear it?
Jabba ruled with fear.
Yes.
I intend to rule with respect.
In difficult times, fear is a surer bet. These are just the first wave. They're going to war.
Then we will be ready. The Book of Boba Fett original series streaming December 29th.
It was short, but I cannot wait for that show.
I'm excited for more Star Wars content on Disney Plus. It's time.
Yeah, it is time. And Marvel's had their year of basically it's been Marvel's year for 2021 on. What are you shaking your head for?
It's just the Marvel year just fills me with so much joy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still going to continue, and there's still so much more. But
I know.
But you have Boba Fett, you have Mandalorian. I don't say Mandarin. That's what I was going to say. Maybe you have Mandalorian coming back.
You may have Mandarin.
You might. You never know. He might just show up somewhere.
With Morris. or no, I was thinking
Yeah.
Trevor.
He's acting.
Hey, Trevor. Joey, what'd you think of the trailer, bud?
Every time I see it, I just get more and more excited because, as you've mentioned, I think in one of the past episodes, like this is the Boba Fett we're finally been waiting for 40 freaking years, you know?
Yeah, I'm old, and I
And-
remember Boba Fett getting done so dirty in the 80s, man.
Yeah. And even with the prequels, they're like, oh, here's Jango Fett. Here's what Boba Fett might be. Then,
Right.
But now that we get the same guy playing Jango as Boba, I mean, it's just perfect timing. I'm excited.
It's time.
Yeah, it's a movie that a lot of people were wanting. But then when they're like, okay, maybe we don't need a Boba Fett origin story, but the way he was introduced was perfect by Favreau and Filoni, and so I mean, the timing's perfect. I can't wait. I'm super excited.
I don't think it's going to be an origin. I think it's just going to carry on. I mean, it showed a little bit of like his past. Like I know one of the other trailers showed him like looking over down into the pit and stuff. Then, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
what do you think?
Flashbacks.
Yep.
Brianna, what do you think?
I'm excited. I don't know much about Boba Fett, so I am ready
You will
to be excited about this
That's right.
character.
watch Return of the Jedi like right before, and then you'll see when he's a badass. Now you go, damn, he does deserve to be this guy
Yes,
right now.
he
So
deserves-
yeah,
See, I don't hate Star Wars.
okay.
But you definitely got to watch The Mandalorian to see where he, because it's pretty much going to be from whatever Mandalorian season 2.5.
Right.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
And I hope we see some Mandalorian like scattered into it. That'd be great if they scatter that character into it and catch up with him, and then it'll go right into spring for Mandalorian. Bill's
Yeah.
here for it. Bill's here for it. And he's ready. So
And I know, I think on the last episode, you mentioned Jennifer Beals that you couldn't, but she's in the show.
yeah.
And I think she's one of the Twilight. They showed her real quick, the ones with the two tentacles.
Mhm.
So I believe she's one of them. So because I saw her name too, I'm like oh,
That
my
got
youth.
you excited.
Sam, what do you think? Are you ready for it?
I am ready for it. I think it's time to have some more Star Wars stuff. I hate to break up my Marvel content,
No, I
but
hear you.
I really do enjoy The Mandalorian, and I know that Favreau is going to do an amazing job with this.
You'll
So
have
I'm really excited.
you'll have plenty of Marvel stuff. Don't worry.
I know, but honestly, like I'm just ready to talk about Star Wars again too.
Perfect.
We loved talking about Mandalorian. My daughter's a big Star Wars fan.
Good. She's a
She's
smart kid.
got droids everywhere. Sleeps with Baby Yoda every night, and if I try to call him Grogu, she yells at me.
Ooh,
So
there you go. Love it.
Always got to show off my lightsaber.
Sam, do me a favor.
no.
Tell me about our sponsor. You've never done this.
Oh, you mean Getaway Today?
Yeah.
So Getaway Today is our fabulous, amazing, wonderful sponsor. They can help you plan your vacation destination to pretty much anywhere. It doesn't have to be a Disney parks, but they specialize in Disney parks. And they are no cost. Travel agents don't cost you anything. They are amazing. They will get you the deals that they can. They will plan every step of the way for you. And what you need to do is get you some Getaway Today. You can call 1-800-GETAWAY, or you can head on over to their website at getawaytoday.com and let them know that Walt's Apartment sent you.
There you go. Just like
That's the
Danny
most
says,
polite get you some I've ever
get you
heard.
some. Yeah.
Get you some.
There you go. I was kind of wanting
Yeah.
you to lean back in your chair and like tell us a story. There.
Hello, my name is the Blurred Hulk,
Okay.
and you need to get you some.
Host of the fastest growing Marvel podcast,
Marvel podcast.
in the world. Yeah.
You need to get you some.
We miss you, David. Okay.
David,
so-
don't be mad at me. I'm just joking.
Nah, we're having fun. Let's get on to our game. We're going to bring it home with the game that I like to call Who Said It?
Uh-oh.
It's
Better
a-
than Who Done It, because it's
Right.
usually me.
That's right. So these are just easy. They're movie quotes. I'm going to give you the choices, and you can pick who it is. They're not hard. Just want to do something. I love this kind of stuff. I love interaction with our hosts and our guests and our followers and everything. So we're going to do it. So I'm going to go with Brianna first. Y'all
Okay.
get to pick,
Okay.
but let's see
Y'all.
here.
I
Yeah.
love that you said y'all. That made my little Indiana heart happy.
I'm from Southern California, so that's even more weird. Okay, Brianna,
Do it.
you ready? Here we
Yep.
go. For the first time in my life, things are starting to go right. Your choices are Jasmine, Jafar, Iago, or Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Okay. For the first time in my life, things are starting to go right. Sam, do you concur?
I concur. Anybody want to drop their answer in the comments? I will put it up on the screen.
Right.
Who do you think said, for the first time in my life, things are starting to go right?
Not me.
I'll agree too. Right before he
Joey
gets thrown
agrees.
into the water.
There you go. Danny.
Mary
and-
says Aladdin. Danny says Aladdin.
So the answer is Aladdin. Good job. You guys are 1 for 1.
It's like
Sam,
magic.
right? Sam, are you ready?
Yeah.
I warn you, child, if I lose my temper, you will lose your head. Understand?
Oh, yeah.
You already know. Do you
I
need
understand.
any-
No, I know who it is.
That sounds like a teacher.
Maleficent, Shere
That's
Khan,
what I say.
Queen of Hearts, or the Evil Queen? Now give
Well,
our people.
I mean, there's only one person who
Okay.
could have said this.
Right.
Samantha, exactly. Danny, please don't call me Samantha. Don't call me Samantha. That's what my mom calls me when I'm in trouble.
Okay.
That was Sam earlier today. Y'all. No, I am chill with my kids. Evil Queen, yes. Off with their heads.
Off with
She's
their
the only
heads.
one who says off with their heads. So Evil Queen, she's the one who wants to take heads off because she's cray cray.
Okay. So anyone else have a different?
That'd be the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, I meant to say Queen of Hearts. Oh my
Anyone else?
gosh. It is Queen of
I was
Hearts.
like-
Sorry.
You were so confident that I was second guessing my answer. I'm
I
like,
was too. I was like, no, off with your heads is the Queen of
I
Hearts.
didn't
was
even
like,
see
maybe it's not.
Evil-
And I was
Queen of Hearts.
yeah,
I
you
said
were
off with their heads. Like,
you
no,
were
it's
so
Queen
damn
of Hearts.
confident. I'm like, shit, I put the wrong freaking
You
answer in
know
here.
that I am
Yeah.
confident in everything I do, even if it's wrong.
It is the
Because she was
It is.
shaking the flamingo head.
Queen of Hearts.
Yes. It is the Queen of
So-
Hearts.
We think. I don't know. if
It
we
is the
even-
Queen of Hearts.
Okay. These might be easier than I thought. So, Joey.
All righty.
Grimsby, you old beanpole, you shouldn't have. Do you even
Prince
need the
Eric.
choices?
Prince Eric.
God, these suck. I thought these were really hard. I thought. Oh well, we have 9 more, so it's fine. We're going to continue on. Anyone else? Anyone else have a different choice between Eric, King Triton, Flounder, or Ursula?
It's Eric and his
Yeah.
little princey self.
Brianna, any?
Nope.
Want to just say something different?
Not
Okay.
to be wrong.
How about our folks at home? Anyone?
Bill just says likely story, Mary.
There. Okay. It is
Eric.
Eric. It is Eric. Okay. Maybe we can get one that's hard.
Probably not.
Probably. Okay. Brianna, back to you. You ready?
Okay. I guess.
You're speechless, I see. A fine quality in a wife.
The
Choices
patriarchy.
Choices are Scar, Jafar, Ursula, or Mother Gothel.
If it's not Gaston, I don't want to hear it.
It's Brianna's turn.
I don't know.
Finally. Sam?
I guess
I
Ursula.
have.
Ursula, okay.
Feel like that's some nasty thing that Jafar would say to Jasmine.
Okay.
Jafar,
Jafar.
Yeah.
hard is good. That's what she said.
Oh.
Maybe we can get one that's hard. That's what she said.
Oh,
Bill, look at
Whoa.
Jafar. Yes, Bill,
Jafar.
same page.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm not
Jafar.
the only one who's inappropriate.
Jafar. We're like
yeah,
the pregame for Airbnb every week. We're just like we're like the pre-show for them. So
We get a little dark here.
okay, so at least that was one that everyone didn't know. So that's good. So
Jafar,
Sam, are you ready?
I guess.
All right. You don't have to be timid. You must be bold and
You
daring.
must be bold and daring. Okay.
Choices are Belle, Maurice, Lemire, or Mrs. Potts.
I'll let other people answer in the comments first.
Okay.
They can be our guests to answer in the comments.
they could try
Did
the
a-
great stuff. It's delicious.
Jeez, come on, Sam.
You did not like my transition there?
Joey.
Mary
Lumiere.
says it's Lumiere.
It's
Yeah.
Lumiere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Sam. Do you agree?
Yes, it's Lumiere.
Okay. God, these really suck.
I also agree you should try the gray stuff.
Ethan, where are you?
Had a cupcake.
Okay, who's next? Joey. We're to Joey, right?
Candleman.
Candleman. That's right.
Candy-
Yes,
Candyman.
it's Joey.
Yes.
Ooh, no, not
Yeah.
him.
Joey, here we go.
Okay.
Death is the only adventure you have left.
Hmm.
Captain Hook, Dr. Facilier, Governor Radcliffe, or Scar?
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
Thank
I
you.
want to say Captain Hook, but I'm thinking of the Hook movie more than Peter Pan. But
Okay.
I'll stick with Captain Hook.
Okay. Brianna, how about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Captain Hook.
Have you guys seen like the Peter Pan cartoon?
Mm-mm.
Like, oh, there's a
Mm,
Peter Pan. There's
show?
like Peter Pan. Yeah, like the cartoons. Captain Hook is so weird. But yes, Captain Hook.
Is that you think it's Captain Hook too, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have Mary who says Hook. We have Bill who says Hook.
Well, it is Hook. Three more. Here we go. Back to
Chase.
Brianna.
Mhm.
Are you ready?
Great. Yep.
Brianna, today's special moments are tomorrow's memories. That was Aladdin, Jasmine, the Sultan, or Genie.
Genie.
Okay. Sam,
Genie.
Joey,
It sounds very genie-ish.
it is. Now that I look at these are all lame. But okay, it is Genie.
Did you make these, Sean?
I made them up. I did work on them, and I looked I Googled in.
It's
Disney.
beautiful. You did fantastic. I'm very proud of you.
Well, hey, waste 10 minutes of the show. So here we go. Sam. Okay,
Hi, Zach.
Who says hi? Hi, Zach. I said Zach.
It's a thing. Just go with
Okay.
that.
All right. It looks like you said H because Hey, Sam, he's a guy. They're all the same. Yeah, Mother Gothel, Ursula, Hades, or Emperor Zurg.
That's Hades.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joey,
I agree.
Brianna.
Yep. Hades.
Yep.
I like the games. I learned. Hi, Jen, and Zach just said, yeah, it's Zachary backwards. You see Zach or
Oh wow, that's cool. It actually.
Yeah.
I like how he puts the AR. Okay, I see.
he's
what you're
trying to
doing.
be stealth. It's not working.
I like it. I
Sorry,
like
Zach.
Well,
Hades.
Hakaz. Thank you, Hakaz. So we appreciate
Yeah, Hakaz.
Hakaz.
Hakazari.
Hakazari, thank you so much for joining us. Last one, too, Joey. Venture outside your comfort zone. The rewards are worth it.
Ooh.
Do you want the choices, or you just want to try to guess?
Security reasons.
Security reasons. Good answer.
As we are all like the most public people in the world
I'll
here.
take the choices.
Choices are Rapunzel, Captain of the Guard, Mother Gothel, or Flynn Rider.
What was the question again? Or the quote
Question
again? I'm
is,
sorry.
venture outside your comfort zone. The rewards are worth it.
Oh, okay. That sounds like what's his name? Eugene Fitzherbert.
Eugene
Or-
Fitzherbert?
Flynn,
Fitzsimmons?
Flynn Rider.
Yeah, okay.
No, I think it's Punzi, isn't it?
Okay.
Is it Punzi?
Let's ask Brianna and see what she thinks.
I don't know. Honestly, if I would have really had to guess, I would have thought it was like one of the people from like the Ugly Duckling. I guess I'll go with Flynn.
I'm usually one of the people from the Ugly Duckling.
Okay. It is Rapunzel.
Oh, it was Punzi.
It was, yes.
Danny said Eugene,
Eugene.
and Herbert fits Eugene. Bill, you're ridiculous.
Well, that brings us to the end of our show again. Second to last show of the year. Joey, tell us about Disney Universe Podcast, where we can find it.
Oh, we're anywhere people listen to their favorite podcasts. Just look up Disney Universe Podcast. We're really trying to expand our YouTube also. So that's Disney Universe TV. We're starting to put the shows out also on YouTube, and then either some park videos, unboxings, reviews, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and Yeah.
Like I said, man, you're always welcome here. And I do want to. We'll get together. I want to come down and check out that museum. I've heard a lot about it.
I want to drag you into the Marvel tribe too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I love coming here. Like I said, I love listening to the show. It's always it always brings a smile when I hear the show starting off with Chris. You know, that's
Oh yeah.
you know, never again. You know, never met him in person, but we were talking before and stuff. So
Yeah.
And then you get to come on and argue with Sam. So
I'll lose Marvel arguments. So that's okay. But no,
See you, Bill.
I love being here. So
Have a good
thanks
night,
for the
brother.
invite.
Always,
we love
man.
having you,
You're
Joey.
always welcome. Brianna, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me at Brianna_K7 on Instagram or the Waltz Apartment Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, all of them.
Yes. And Miss Melecki.
I am literally everywhere. You can find me on pretty much every social media platform. Samantha Melecki. Just Google my name. I come up everywhere. Unlike my friend Zach, I am very public. So
Perfect.
I need to take some lessons.
Yeah. But thank you guys all. I appreciate all of you guys always. I tell you that all the time. You guys are awesome. I feel like I have probably the best freaking crew that does this.
You do.
I do.
You do.
Okay. They're always there. They always are willing to help out and do whatever. And
I don't yell. I actually don't yell, Mary. I get really quiet and they don't like
I call
that.
BS. I feel like you probably do yell.
I don't. You can ask my coworkers. I don't yell. I might yell at my own child because she's
What do you do? Okay, before we go, what is your teacher thing to get your kids to shut up?
We do something called dojo points.
Mhm.
And I will find the one kid who's following directions. I'll be like, oh, this person's getting 5 dojo points. This person's getting 5 dojo. And then they're all like, well, I want dojo points.
Right.
So
That's fair.
they do what I ask. I don't have to yell.
You don't have like a kind of thing to get them all.
Oh, I say class, and they say yes, yes.
There we go.
You don't have a look where they know don't mess with the teacher look.
I don't need to. They're good. They're a good
then.
group.
Well, they asked
They're my
more
babies.
questions, so
Yeah,
Perfect.
right? They're the coolest.
Well, I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate all of our listeners. And from all of us here, we hope you enjoy the view at Walt's apartment. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
good night.